Hello, and welcome to Notary Life with Kimmy with the Notary Educators Training Team in effect. What's up, people? So it is saying that we are live on Facebook. I'm going to check and see. Hey, everybody, welcome. We're going to get started in just a second. I just want to make sure it says we're live on Facebook. I just want to confirm. Jeffrey, you want to introduce yourself, you and Alexis?
Yeah, who am I? We'll go ladies first. Alexis.
All right. Hello, everybody. My name is Alexis Franklin. I am part of the Notary Educators, and welcome.
And I am Jeff Nunley, another member of the Notary Educators. Good to have you all this evening. How are you all doing? Do you have any snow? We're here in Georgia. They got a little issue with the snow out here, and the world's going nuts, but we're doing great, and good to see you all this evening.
Yes, to Jeffrey's point, guys, everybody pray whatever it is you do. California's on fire, Georgia, the whole South is in snow. I'm like, what the beep is going on? But we pray you are safe, and eventually we'll be able to help our California people. And who knows, we might need some help here ourselves. We got warnings today about electricity maybe going out. My neighbor even called me. She was like, hey, do you have a generator over there? I might have, so just a lot going on right now in the world. But for 2 seconds, I was like, you know what? Let's just cancel. Then I was like, nope, everybody know about it. It don't matter because Georgia Power really don't care if we got storms going on. They don't care if you got fires going on. They want their money. So we still need to go ahead and work on our businesses. Those of you who can, great. Those who cannot right now, we're praying for you. And you can go back and catch the replay. And we just pray everyone is safe, okay? So we're going to get a few of these shout outs because everybody's here. We are pumped up. So tonight we're talking about no more excuses in 2025, guys. That's it. That is it. So we're going to have some frank conversation. We have some answers and resolutions to the problems that we see out here in these notary streets. And then we're going to just get right into it. So let's say a few hellos really quick from the chat. I'm just going to go down it really quick. Hey, Lori W. What's up? Lori's in mentorship. Baptiste, Notary, what's up? Turquita, Drea, Mentorship, what's going on? Hey, Tracy, beautifully made. I love that. Erlise, what's up? Aretha, Krista. Hey, Krista, long time no see. Sharon says it's a little snowy but cold. She's in Michigan. Melissa's in Savannah. They got all the warnings too. Yeah, they're telling us now, guys, because the ice is heavy on the trees. So to be careful about the tree limbs and the power again. Jody, what's up, Jody? We got a lot of mentorship people here. Lori W says, yeah, praying for California and everyone impacted, grace and favor. Yeah, no snow in Houston. What? Houston didn't get snow, huh? Susanna, what's up? No more excuses. 2025 Notary Educators. Yes. Hey, Suzanne, thank you. So let's get right into it. So some of the, and we have a special guest coming on at 7:30, so hang out. One of our actual mentees who is doing the thing. Actually, our whole group is really doing amazing. I wish I could have had everybody on tonight. So what we'll do is just kind of highlight them throughout the months and throughout the weeks going forward. Notary Educators. We're here on Notary Life with Kimmy. I've been thinking about changing the name of this channel too. I keep talking about it. So if y'all get a chance, put in the chat, what do you think? I'm thinking about just making it cohesive. Notary Educators channel. Notary Educators YouTube channel. So let me know. We got the training program. I'm really thinking about making it more cohesive. So let me know what you guys think about that, okay? So we're going to get right into some of our excuses. The number one excuse we get for not starting your notary business is, I don't know where to start. I don't know where to start. Well, we're going to give you some tips in a minute after we go through all the excuses. But initially, a good way to get started is going to be my Start Your Notary Business book. I mean, I have 1,000 videos here right here on the channel for you. And that's an excellent place to start. I was going to show you the book for those who are watching. Start Your Notary Business. In whatever state you are located. And it's a very quick read. Very quick. So step by step, we're going to tell you shortly after we go through some of the excuses. Have you ever said, I don't know where to start? Because it's a lot of information out there. What are some other reasons, Jeffrey and Alexis, why people have a hard time starting?
Yeah, we've got not only that, you don't know where to start, or they also may say that they lack the confidence in order to start their notary business. And when you don't have confidence, you're going to question yourself. You're not sure which direction to go. So that's another thing that can hold us back from taking that extra step or that next step towards your business. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And also another big one that I hear all the time is I need to see the documents. And we tell people all the time that it's no way we're going to be able to show you every single document. That's why you have to learn the process so that when they bring anything in front of you, your clients do, it doesn't matter what it is, you know the processes, so you'll be able to get it done.
Yes, yes. And to Jeffrey's point, the Notarize Like a Pro course was designed to help give you that confidence so you'll know what to do. That's why you lack confidence. Your state says, hey, here's your commission. You're a notary now. Go out there and do the thing. Well, you're like, what thing and how to do it? So that's why you need some training. You have to. I know the T word is a bad word right now, but someone has to teach you how to actually execute your duties. Either you're going to self-teach or you have to join appropriate people to help you. So we'll talk about that a little bit later too. And to Alexis's point, having to see all the documents, and feel free to drop your excuse in there. Crystal is saying she's scared to mess up. And that again goes along with not having confidence. Once you know what to do, will you have a little intimidation a little bit sometimes? Yeah. But if you really know what you're doing, you've been taught well, you will rise to the occasion. And our people are doing that. We're very proud to say. When it comes to seeing the documents, to Alexis's point again, there's the estate course that we have. We'll talk about all the training that we offer later. But people want to see every document. It is impossible. Your documents are going to come from all over the world. I always compare it to my new illustration as a doctor. You have a doctor and he knows how to work on the human body. He knows how to work on a human body. He doesn't have to say, well, I need to see a black human body, a Spanish human body, an Asian human body, a white body, a lady body, a male body, a kid body, right? He knows how to work on that body because we all have the same everything, okay? Now, it's the same thing as a notary. If you know how to handle this piece of paper, it don't matter if it's pink, yellow, blue, it don't matter what words are on it, it's just a piece of paper. And that's what we teach you to do, how to properly execute anything. And I even did a piece of toilet paper. The video is here on the channel if you want to go watch it, okay? So that's what we want you to be able to do. So do I show you every single document? No. Have I seen every single document? No. Will you see every single document? Never. Because your documents, especially once you start doing international apostilles and everything like that, you are going to see documents from all over the world. It's just the way it is. Okay. Next, what is our next?
Yeah, the next one is about training may cost too much. Now, that's one where it could be reversed how you look at it. Because you imagine here, there are some notaries that get their commission, they go out and they stamp that paper, and then somehow or another we get a call and say, hey, can you go and re-notarize this, that, or the other? And when you're sitting there with the client and the customer says, well, yes, somebody else came out here, a notary came out here before. And that's more than likely not a lot of cases because that notary was not properly trained. Now, when you say it costs too much, the question is, can you afford not to be trained?
Preach.
So our training courses, our training course, we have a mentorship.
Wait a minute, I'm sorry to cut you off, but you got to go deeper. What does that mean? Can you afford not to? What does that mean? Can you afford not to?
Well, that's what I'm getting to. I'm getting ready to say, because our mentorship is $47 per month. Now, what does that entail? I'll get to that in a second. But when I say you can't afford not to, you go out and you stamp something, and that document is a deed that is taking the person's taking their next step in their life, something with their parent or their brother, or something that is extremely important. All documents, obviously, that need to be notarized are important. But if you don't notarize that document correctly, now you've set things back, or you may have completely messed up that situation for that person. And so now your reputation. So can you afford not to have a good reputation? Obviously not, because this business that you're in is based upon word of mouth. You put cards out and you talk to other people and they say, well, I have a notary. But if you're not doing good work, it doesn't take that much for you to get as they say, blackballed in the business, whether it's by people in your community or if somehow or another you're connected with a signing service. So no, you have to ask yourself, can you afford not to have training? If you don't know, I mean, imagine someone says they're going to do surgery on you. You go to the doctor and then you're asking just a few questions and they tell you, well, I never really was trained, but I've been watching, I feel I'm a doctor. I feel I'm a surgeon, or I just was watching somebody over here.
Hold on. The doctor says, you know what, let me check Facebook first.
Right. I mean, that's not going to work. I mean, you're about to get up and you're about to leave, right? Because this person has not been trained. They haven't gone through the necessary steps in order to say that they're certified to do that type of surgery. So the same thing when it comes to these documents. If you're not been trained and you get your commission, but on paper it says you're a notary, but that doesn't mean that you know what you're doing. So you have to really think about that. And so with our training program, our mentorship, it's $47 per month, but you have access to all of our different training courses from Notarize Like a Pro, how to handle loan signings, how to handle estates, how to handle a wedding officiant, all of those different videos. We have about, 12, 13 different videos. It's kind of like Netflix, if you want to look at it from that perspective. So you have access to that. You can watch it over and over again. At the same time, you have weekly live training or training sessions on different subjects that are pertaining to the notary business. And it's documented, it's outlined. And then you can go back and look at the previous training session. So you might say, well, I'm starting late, or other people are ahead of me notary wise, or, knowledge wise. But no, you can go back and look at those previous training sessions and those videos. So again, can you afford not to have the training? It's a question to ask, because like I said before, you're only going to go so far as your next client. And it doesn't take but a couple of them to tell you, put a bad score out there, and it's downhill from there. So that's my little spiel right there.
So we'll talk more about that shortly. Our next one is, and about really quick, I have to say something about that. Can you afford not to? Jeffrey already mentioned it, but getting blackballed, filling out documents incorrectly. All of these things are the reason why signing companies are paying less also. They already know I can't afford to pay Jeffrey what he's really worth, because I got to go ahead and hire Alexis after Jeffrey jack it up because he don't really know what he's doing. So that's just the reality. 9 out of 10 times, signing companies are hiring 2 to 3 notaries to go out and execute one package, okay? We often have to go out and clean up other people's stuff. We have people from the public calling saying, hey, I had another notary come out, but they actually signed in the witness spot and they weren't supposed to do that. So we're looking like, oh, or it says that they should have signed it in black ink and they used blue because they didn't read the instructions. So it's a lot of little things that you figure, okay, I can figure it out on my way while I'm becoming a notary. You can't just figure it out. Or if you can, it's going to cost you somewhere. And that's the point. Very good. Our next one is, I don't have money for supplies right now. I want to start my business, but I don't have money for supplies. We don't encourage you to go out and buy every single thing. We give you the basics. What do I need? You need a journal. You need some ink pens. You need your stamp. You need some blank acknowledgments and giraffes. You can usually get those from your state. You need a bag to put everything in. You don't need the world. You don't need the world. Sometimes you go out and buy all this stuff, and then you come to us and you've overspent, and it's like, well, you bought this. And I'm like, well, you didn't really need that. So let us show you what you need to actually get started. Okay. Alexa, did you want to add anything to supplies, or do you just want to go to our next tip?
Yeah, and you can go little by little with the supplies. And just remember too, it's okay to get things from like the dollar store. They have very good things like pens, clipboards, and now they're adding even more products to their line where it may be a couple dollars more, but that's still, cheaper than going to like Office Depot or even Walmart sometimes. But it's okay to start little by little or buy things when when you get paid. You don't have to get everything at once, and you don't have to get the top of the line things because other notaries are out there saying that you need this, when quite frankly, you may not to get started. So it's just going to continue to set you back.
Mm-hmm. Another big excuse is you can't make no money as a notary. My state said you can't make no money. My family said you can't make any money. Well, guess what? That's another excuse. And guess why we're calling it an excuse? Because we teach you how to take your notary stamp and turn it into a business. Okay, there are a lot of people out here, even on YouTube, other notaries that are saying, hey, the notary business was never designed to be a business. That is the most crazy thing I ever heard. Was Uber ever designed to be a business, picking somebody up to take them one place? Taxi's been doing that forever. It was a business. Uber came around, they changed that business model. We're going to take you cheaper. Okay, we're going to take you could just ride us all month, 20% off, discounts. So the notary business, yes, the role of the notary has been around for 6,000 years. Check your Bibles, okay? Forever, ever. But now in 2020 and onward, we've figured out, people already knew it now. They already knew how to turn it into a business. Some of us are just now figuring out how to turn it into a business. So that's another thing holding you back to say, I don't know how to make any money, because we teach you how to do that, how to price your services. Okay, so once you learn how to turn it into a business, that's when you're going to learn how to make your money. So that's an excuse we're trying to overcome tonight too. You can make money as a notary. I don't preach six figure. I have plenty of people on my channel. They always in my comments say, Kimmy, they appreciate that I don't preach you can make six figures. Can you make six? Yes, you can. Do I make six? No, I don't. Because I don't do what it takes. But could you do it if you want to? Yes, that's about $300 a day. Okay? And when I say the reason I don't do it is because I don't want to travel an hour this way sometimes, 2 hours that way, 6 in the morning. If you want to work all day, all night, you can make that money. Okay? Somebody always needs a notary. So we teach you how to do that. What's our next one we have, Alexis?
Working full time, that could be another excuse. So when you're working full time, I did it. So this is coming from somebody who did it. That was the top excuse that I've heard from a lot of people as well. Remember, people need notaries all day, every day. Why? Because just like you're working, they're working too. So you work 9 to 5. Other people work 9 to 5 too, and they still have to get their documents stamped. So I would not count myself out of general notary or even loan signing because I work full time. I would not. Because if you take the call and you say your next appointment is at this time, let's say 5:30, it may work for them as well because they have to get home. They have kids. They have a life as well. So don't count yourself out. I've talked to so many people throughout us having notary educators, and that is one of the top excuses is that they work full time, which I completely understand, but I am living proof that it can be done. I've done it.
Yep. And it won't be easy, but is anything worth having super easy going to come to you? Some of you have degrees. It took you 6, 7, 8 years. Was that easy? Having a successful family, is that easy? You put up with a lot of stuff when you married. I don't know if you ever saw that Tyler Perry when it said, she was like, I put up with a lot to enjoy these luxuries. If you want to be in this family, the family that prays, okay? So same thing as a notary. It's not going to be easy to have a successful business, but is it worth it? Yes. And a lot of you keep saying, well, I'm tired of trading time for money. But if you're really tired of it, let's get it done. 2025 is the year. 2025 is the year for you. We've created a program, and we're going to talk about it shortly, where every single person can afford it. Every single person can afford it if you're serious about your business. Okay. Lisa says in the comments really quick, confidence is something that she's lacking, would be like part of her excuse. She says she needs another class. She just feels like she doesn't know enough. She might mess up. She doesn't know what she's doing. What if? You name it. So Lisa, we want to overcome that in 2025. Now we have an actual mentor program where we can help coach you through all of these different things that you're talking about. Every week, we're giving you things to infuse your business. Right now, Alexis had a session last night about time management. A young lady in our group earlier, she was like, I don't know if I'm going to take this job or not. Then she said, oh, I remember a session last night about time management. It encouraged her to accept the position. Okay, so we weekly go over things that build that confidence, build you up as a notary. You're in good hands. There's no stupid questions. Now, I might push back a little bit. Lisa's going to talk about that probably later on. But it's just because I want you to be a great notary. I'm an educator. I don't want to just teach you. I don't want to just give you a fish. I want to teach you how to fish. We all know that illustration. I can give you a fish and you'll eat today. But if I teach you how to fish, you'll fish forever and eat forever. That's the difference. So I take time to actually educate you. I'm not in the process. Oh, thank you guys. We'll read some of your comments shortly, but I'm not in the I'm not in the business to sit here and just tell you, yes, you can take an expired ID. Yes, you can do that. That's not what mentorship was designed for. That's why I never really wanted to participate. But now we're running a true mentorship program where you teach. We give you everything you need, 15 courses, I think, plus. And then you do the work. You come out of it. I got a few questions. We got you. You have an assignment. You prep your documents. We got you. But we can't tell you every single thing. There's nobody who's going to be able to hold your hand throughout the whole process. So when you're really ready, then we're here for you. So we got a couple more, and we want to hurry up before we bring Lisa on. Next is a dual tray printer. A dual tray printer. You want to talk to that one, Jeff? Do they really have to have a dual tray printer?
No, you don't need to have a dual tray printer. It's nice to have one, and that more so would apply if you're doing loan signings, right? You know, if you're doing loan signings, then that's where the advantage comes to have it. But you have other apps that can be used if money is a situation, or you can't find in your area an actual dual tray. You have the app, the Notary Rotary app, that's been used. We've been able to help a few of our folks in the mentor program within minutes by using that particular program. It separates whether it's a legal or a letter-sized document, and then you're able to put it back together, meaning putting the packages back together. Let's say you have a page of 50 pages, and 10 of them are the larger size. Is it the legal size? Is that the legal size? Yeah. So, and it prints it separate. You have to put the paper in separately, but you're able to then put it back together, meaning you got page 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but you don't need to have a legal size. A dual tray printer. Now, what you can do, you can buy a printer that it can be upgraded, because this the second tray is just another add-on. You just pretty much set the main printer on top of that other tray, and boom, it's a dual tray. Of course, you got to do a couple of settings on the tray and on your computer just for it to recognize. But you don't need to do that to get started. So you don't have to wait around. You say, I could do this, I got that, but I don't have a dual tray printer, so I'm not going to take a loan sign, or I'm not going to even start doing a loan job. No, a notary job. You don't need to do that to hold yourself back, because you're going to be gaining experience anyway when you're going doing these jobs. So anything else as far as that, we can just keep that in mind.
Before we move on, you may not have a printer, but you could be serving as a witness. You could be doing general notary work. There are many things you can do. And the main thing we've come to realize is that Notary Rotary is an excellent resource when it comes to the page sorter. So you don't have to have a dual tray printer, and dual tray printers are not cheap. So that's why we want that to stop being an excuse. I don't have a printer. We have a workaround. We even help you with that. If you don't know how to do that, we help you with that. Jeffrey's got you, okay? So we really, really, really want you all to think about these excuses that we're given. And I think we had one more. I don't have an EIN or LLC. I don't have my EIN or LLC. That is not a requirement to start your business, okay? Do we want you to get that eventually? Yes, we do. But that is not a requirement to get started, okay? It's just not. You can get that later. And we even have a link for you to get your free EIN number at notaryeducatorsllc.com. And the reason that's so important is because I find that in our mentorship, people are paying for EIN numbers. They tell us that after the fact. We're your mentor. If you have questions, you should ask us before you do something. You ever have somebody, a friend, and they go do everything and then they come tell you that they did it? No, ask us first, and then we got you. We probably already talked about it, okay? So Lisa is waiting. We're going to go ahead and bring her up. And then before we wrap up, we're going to go over the mentorship program for those of you who may be new. We're going to discuss it. We're going to also give you those tips on how to actually start simply. And we'll get started. So let's bring Lisa up, okay? Hey, Lisa.
Hi.
Welcome. How's it going today?
Good.
Good. Well, we wanted to interview you. You are also being profiled as our Notary Profile of the Week. We hope to do that weekly. First we said monthly, but I think we got enough where we could do it weekly if somebody wants to be profiled. So we can talk about that too. But anyway, so why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, maybe how you found Notary Educators, and then we'll each ask you a couple questions.
Okay. Well, hello, everybody. My name is Lisa, and I've been a notary for about a year now. So how everything started, I was browsing YouTube, and I found Miss Kimmy. So I started to follow, I subscribed to your channel. So I started to see your daily videos, and I think one time when you said about your program, and I think I did reach out to you in email, and then after that I joined, and then it just went from there.
Great. So what was your process or turnaround time from actually finding a YouTube video to actually signing up for mentorship? How long did that take you?
It didn't take long. I was already commissioned with the state. I just didn't know what to do after that. I didn't know where to start, where to go. So like everybody does, go on YouTube and just search. But the one thing that happened on YouTube, it wasn't really anything based in Georgia. It was more Florida or Tennessee or other places like that. So when I found you, I was like, okay, perfect. I need to, reach out to you. And then everything went quick.
Okay, very good. So just off the cuff, can you make money in the state of Georgia, an attorney state, as a notary? Can you make money?
Oh, definitely.
That's the number one thing we hear too. Another excuse. I'm in Georgia. I can't make any money. You don't know how to make the money.
Mm-hmm.
Loan signing work in the state of Georgia?
Huh?
Can you do loan signing work in the state of Georgia?
Yeah.
Can you do loan modifications, sellers packages?
Yes.
Yes.
You just have to know the laws. You have to know what you can and cannot do.
Can I get an amen for the people in the back? Okay, very good. Well, we'll let Jeffrey and Alexa see if they have a question for you.
Yeah. Oh, you're on mute.
Oh, okay, go ahead, Alexis. I'm sorry.
I was just going to ask, so what was your process with the mentorship as far as, like, did you watch the videos and then try to incorporate them into your business? What was your process? How did you take in the information that we put out there for you?
So how I did everything, everything was right there. You just have to have the time. So I went in order from the first one to the very last video. I took notes. Each video, I watched it through. I just took my notes and kept it going. If I had questions, we always get to ask the questions if we're confused about something. Other than that, everything is right there.
It's right there, literally. General notary work, loan signing, apostille, wedding. I said apostille, ink fingerprinting, everything you need. And I know Lisa has followed step by step. I know that. And I'm so proud of you, seriously. I know that you have watched the videos, like Alexa said. You can tell who works the program or who's trying to work us. When I say that, I'm saying I already know you didn't watch the videos when you asked certain questions. It's not like you need to expound on the question. I can tell you did not watch any course by your questions that are being asked. So we'll just get the elephant out there really quick. When it comes to what you see in chat sometimes and what we push them back with questions, and maybe a little bit different on the YouTube channel where we're like, yes. So what are your thoughts when it comes to us pushing back and having you to actually, maybe go back and think about something, or your pricing structures, because you've read the comments sometimes, how much should I charge for this, or how much should I do for that? And we push back and have you reason on it and think about it. What is your thought process about that part of our training?
Everything is a learning process. So you push back so we can learn. We don't just get the answers. And totally get that. Because if everything was given to us right off the bat when we asked for it, then we would never know first how to find it and how to think for ourselves. Because sometimes, honestly, and I'm guilty of it, the questions we ask sometimes, the way we ask it, we answer our own questions.
Yeah.
So I'm very guilty of that. So with the pushback, it's not like, no, think about it yourself. It's just that sit down, relax, look into it. It's right there.
Yeah, and that's why I do it, because I want you to be a great notary. And honestly, you are a great notary. I mean, it's been 3 months, 2, 3?
About 3 years.
3 months. I mean, like for real, for real. And you do your thing. You've been cleaning up some messes out there from me. I mean, you able to answer in the chat. I mean, I'm just really proud of you. So, like I even mentioned to you about coming on here tonight, this might be a great stepping stone for you to start a YouTube channel, or for you to start, something in addition. One thing leads to another, and we're just super, super proud of you. Like, okay, Jeffrey, did you have a question?
Yeah. Hey, Miss Lisa, excellent job. It's
Hey,
really,
Jeffrey.
really good to see folks, like yourself, being able to use the skills that you've learned, because it's a skill, right? So, how many jobs would you say that you've taken in the last few months?
I would say that's including the ones I haven't done yet.
Yes.
Okay. So I would say 6.
Okay.
And the ones you have problems with?
Oh, okay, 7.
well, no, that's okay. No, I guess what I'm asking is that how do you feel each time you do a job that you finished it? You get there, before you get there, while you're doing it, and afterwards. And how do you feel now?
So getting there, it's nerve-wracking because you don't know what's gonna happen. You don't know, but coming from knowing that we have the help and we have everything there to, read, and you guys there in case we get stuck on something, I personally leave knowing, okay, I did that. Oh, I did that. So I feel good every time I leave. Yeah, it's scary at first, but once I get there and everything starts to go and, the stamp hits that paper and you just keep going, that's it.
Right.
That's it.
Excellent.
It's almost like an adrenaline high, isn't it? When you start the process. And I know that you know about the money now, because you've been able to, even when you went to clean up, like I said, a job for me earlier, you can tell what happened. You're here. What happened with the money piece of it with my sister?
So I went back to a witnessing job for Miss Kimmy to correct some things, and I went with persist. So while everything was done, I double checked everything just to be on the safe side. And she asked, okay, do I need to pay you guys? So her sister was like, no, it's okay. And I was like, no, yes. Yes. And I said the amount per person. And she was like, okay.
And my sister was just so proud of Lisa too. She had met her before at the first signing, but she was like, Lisa was like, she wasn't playing about her money.
Yes, ma'am.
And professional, she's very professional. And for me to send her back out there without me, that speaks a lot to the type of person I think you are as a woman, as a business professional. Because I don't just let anybody walk in my shoes. I just don't. My clients are very important to me. So I was like, Lisa can handle it. Because at first I was going to make the client wait till the weekend. And I was like, no, I think Lisa got, because you had already started doing your own assignments by this point. And yeah, I was just very confident in your ability to get it completed. So, and she called, she thanked us and everything. So it's a team. I've given Lisa other assignments. Some of them she had to turn down because the people were trying to be cheap with her. And if you don't want to accept it, you don't have to. I offered it to her. But again, she's a business owner for herself. So any other questions you guys have? And I'll let Lisa talk a little bit about the program, maybe the overall, how it works. We talked about a little bit, but just some things that you have enjoyed being a part of it. Jeffrey, Alexis, any other questions?
No, I'm just really proud to see that you're taking what's being taught and you're able to it's opening up what's that song from, what's that, Aladdin, whatever, A Whole New World, right? So you're able, I'm not gonna sing it, is it Aladdin?
Yeah.
Aladdin? Yeah, it's Aladdin. Yeah, it's Aladdin. Yeah. So, and who's you go from scrolling, YouTube. Now, one other question: why were you looking as far as notary stuff is concerned? Why were you looking?
I was looking because when I got the commission in the state, I looked up the prices, and like Ms. Kimmy was saying, everybody's like, you can't make no money with the amount for Georgia. So I saw a lot of things popping up as signing agent. So that's when I looked into it, and then I started to see notices like, you cannot be a signing agent in the state of Georgia. You cannot do this because Georgia is an attorney state. And then when I came across Miss Kimmy YouTube, podcast, that's when I saw that she was talking about certain things, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna definitely follow her. Cool. So that's how everything started.
Now, notary is not something that most people just think about. I didn't even know what a notary was. I never even heard of it before, right? So, but what made you decide you wanted to become a notary? Or, how did where did you get from that point to I'm looking on, YouTube for? That's, you know what I'm saying?
Yes. Okay, so I work in the medical field. So usually I noticed one time someone was really looking for a notary. Okay. And while I was assessing the patient, we was talking about it. And I was like, that would be something, interesting to get into. So then that's when I started to do my research. Didn't really know nothing about it. I just know it holds importance to the public. Because if you don't have a notary, you can't get certain things done. And that's when I started to look more into it. And then I was like, you know what, let me go ahead and do this. So when January, I was home for a while, and I was like, okay, this is the perfect time to do this. Let me go ahead and start. And then that's when everything flew through.
Okay. All right. So I was just trying to get everybody, because we're all here from different backgrounds. And how did you come to be here at this place at this particular time? And there's different journeys, but it just goes to show that when you put forth the effort, and here you are, so again, we're very proud of you, and you're doing a great job, and we're looking forward to continue to see good things coming from you. Kim?
Yes, we are. So just a recap for those who may be hesitant about joining mentorship, can you talk to maybe if you had looked at other mentorship programs? You don't have to compare them. Well, I guess a small comparison, but if you had looked at any other programs, or how would you explain our program to someone if they were like, Lisa, tell me about Notary Educators Mentorship Program. What does that look like for you?
Well, I haven't looked into any other programs. There's no need for that. But if someone was to come to me, I would tell them to definitely do it, because with me coming to the program, I basically all the things that we learn, I didn't know anything. And half of the things that we learn in this program, you wouldn't even think even existed with a notary, you know?
Mm.
And everybody in the mentorship from different places, these wonderful people, they're doing good, they're doing great. I would just say there's help. Like you say, no question is, a crazy question. Everything is right there. You come in not knowing certain things and you leave just feeling so confident in yourself. Even with our like weekly meetings and stuff like that, like you come with your questions, you get your answers, and it's like, okay, good. So you could go along with that and use it towards your signings. Because even with, how I am, I overthink things sometimes. So even with that, I feel so confident that you guys are there every time I need somebody. Even, the mentorship crew, we have each other's back. It's like
Yeah.
a family, it's definitely like a family. So a must, definitely a must.
Yeah. What about the price point? Let's talk about that a little bit.
The price point for the program, it's good to me, because they have other stuff online that is even higher than that. $47. It can be hard for some people. I wouldn't doubt that. Definitely not. But honestly, is a great price for a month. And you get all of these information right there. You don't have to pay 47 and then go look for somebody else to show you something else and pay another set. Everything is right there for $47.
I guess my last question would be, I appreciate all the feedback, would be about do you find that the course is with a lot of fluff, a lot of tests and modules and just things that keep you buried into training where you never get to execute?
No, I would say everything was just clear. Everything was straight to the point.
Yes. Yeah.
Even when we get to do the scenarios, everything is straight to the point.
Yeah. Yeah. Because we really want you to work, not just be in training forever. So we
Yeah.
want you to get out there and start working. Well, Lisa, we appreciate you joining us this evening. It just really has been a blessing again to have you a part of the mentorship. And everybody's in the chat saying congratulations.
Thank
I
you guys.
saying congratulations. You're their inspiration. No fluff, all good stuff. So we got all kind of comments here. So again, we want to thank you on behalf of Notary Educators for real for being a part of our team and helping our people in the chat, your people, our community. And we're just super duper proud of you and Notary Educators in the direction that we're headed for 2025.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Yeah, we wish you much
Excellent.
success in your business, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you, and we'll see you around soon.
Okay. Bye.
About that girl, people need to see that smile and that sister.
Stop it. You're making me blush. I'm just like,
Have a good night, okay?
okay, bye.
So we're going to go ahead and tell you those steps that you need in order to have a successful business right quick. Tell you a little bit more about the mentorship program and get your comments. The simple steps are, of course, you need to become a notary. You start at your state level, okay? Find out what that may be. It may be a little training nowadays. Some states are trying to add a little bit more training, but whatever they give you is not going to be enough to prepare you for these notary streets. The next thing would be to get your supplies. And again, we kind of want you to wait until you do training so we can tell you what it is you exactly need instead of just kind of willy-nilly buying things and you may not need it yet. Okay, if you're just starting out, you don't need a dual tray printer. Okay, but do you need one eventually? Yes, but not when you first start out. Another thing is we will teach you and we recommend you to set up your business. Well, what does that look like? That means getting a business name, setting up a business structure. So all these things are important when you get ready to have a full-blown notary business. Promoting your services. People need to know that you exist. So that means marketing, okay? So we go over some marketing tips, but if you want to try to do it on your own, that just means creating posts, getting your Google business page set up, having a website. Those are some of the basic things that you need in order to have a successful notary business. Now that was so basic. So clearly there's a lot more to it. So we'll tell you a little bit about the mentorship program and some of the benefits. And I will let me see. Hold on one second. Where did I put that? What questions do you all have while we are waiting for me to find?
Well, one thing I wanted to mention there, I just happened to see Suzanne Hannah's comment, which I thought was great. And she mentions that she's done several
comments, Jeffrey. Why don't you do some of the comments right quick?
Yeah. So at 7:43, I just happened to notice that one right quick. Suzanne Hannah, I'm sorry. She says, I've done several other trainings from loan signing to apostille, but nothing was a one-stop shop until, in big letters, until I joined this mentorship. You opened my eyes to so many different streams of income. And so that's great to hear, because again, you just think notary and it's just one thing, but there, to your point, Suzanne, there are a lot of different ways. You can have 10, 12, 13 different streams of income. And before you know it, once you start building, adding those different avenues to your business model, wow, that's a good thing to hear. So yes, to your point is correct. Let me see here. Someone else mentioned, Jasmine mentioned the price point is on point, period. So they're good to hear. Thanks to hear that. Yes. And we have, let's see here. Okay. Is it Trukita, if I'm saying that right? Sorry if I mispronounced it. She says the price point, it says 746, that the price point for what I hear you are offering with the live training and actual communications, and that's the point where we want to focus on actual communication, is most definitely beating the game of those I have looked into. And so we want to make it affordable for you so that you're not, paying, some crazy amount of money. Because it's, of course, we all have other responsibilities and things we have to take care of. We have families or what have you. We have things to do at the house, and the list goes on. But at the same time, you want to be able to start your business. And if you can do so in a way that's reasonably priced, then hey, that's so much the better. So those are just a few comments. Go ahead, Kimmy.
Let me go over the actual membership now. What it consists of. What is it? What's the name of it? So again, it's called the Notary Business Success Program, offered by the Notary Educators team, myself, Alexis, and Jeffrey. And what's included in the mentorship is a complete training library, general notary work, which includes estate/trust packages, field inspections, ink fingerprinting. Then we have the loan signing, plus much more. Proctoring is even included in there, how to do it. Then we have the loan signing course, loan signing A to Z, wedding officiant course, tax course, marketing course, I-9 course, field inspection course. All of these are included in our notary training library, completely all inclusive. Also included in mentorship is real life stuff. It's not a lot of fluff. It ain't no games for you to earn points and be playing around like we are kids in school. No, we are real adults over here trying to make money, okay? No, because there's a lot of programs out there now where you can get points, and I don't know what the points are good for, but whatever it is, and they help you make money in your business. I know that. But what I want to focus on is real education. And I think the more and more I sit here and talk to you guys, the name of the channel will be changing. We're going to talk about that some more, but I'm just all about education at this point. No more fluff. And the videos aren't going to change. They're going to still be there. So while I go down this list, please put in there, do you think Notary Educators versus Notary Life with Kimmy? 1 for yes, change the channel name. Mm-hmm. Number 2 is, we talked about real life. You have weekly live coaching sessions. So each session every week, sometimes it's 5 per month, sometimes it's 4 per month. If it's 5 weeks in a month, we have 5 sessions. If it's 4 weeks, every week there's a training slash. Put a 1 if it should be notary. Okay, good. I see what y'all doing. 1 for notary educators and 2 for Notary Life with Kimmy. Very good. Thank you all. Thank you, Suzanne and Lori. Yeah, so the coaching sessions every week, there's live training slash open coaching for you to talk about your business. Because the live training piece every week, as Lisa already stated, you learn stuff that you didn't even know was related to the notary business, okay? There's something to learn every day. And we make sure you stay on top of everything. And then there's no fluff, like I mentioned, no games, no tests, no modules. It's not buried so deep that you got to come back and say, dog, it's going to take me 10 years to do this. No, you get what you need to go out and execute. There is the chat line that's open from 9 a.m. to 11 at night. Okay? 9 a.m. to 11. Why is it open so late? Do we really answer that chat all day long? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And why is it open till 11? Because we got people on the West Coast. Pacific time, Mountain time. So we're Eastern time. So yeah, we can shut it down at 5 o'clock and say, go figure it out. But we also know that some people are working full time. And that's the only time that you can study is once the kids are in bed, once you just got off work and you have some questions. So we make ourselves available between the 3 of us to help to get this done. Okay. And everything is only $47 per month, only $47, all inclusive. Everything I just talked about, plus you can cancel at any time. Okay? Counsel. No tricks on how to cancel. You just go right up to your face, not like you would at any other program, hit cancel. You do have to cancel within a reasonable, a couple of days before your next payment is due, but you're not hostage. You don't have to pay for the full year. You pay month to month. Okay? Just like your Netflix. I really am comparing our business model now to more like the Netflix. It's all inclusive plus live training. Netflix don't have live training. But we do have a very extensive, beautiful notary training program. So we'll take a few of your questions, and then we'll let Alexis and Jeffrey, if they wanted to add anything. So let's talk about the name really quick. Anything y'all want to say about the program before I talk about the name? Because I'm looking at the chat.
Yeah, I do want to hone in on the fact that we service all 50 states. So it doesn't matter where you're from. It's not just Georgia. It's not just surrounding the South. We serve all 50 states. So wherever you're at, we got you. Remember, Kimmy has books for all 50 states. So in order to write the books, you have to, research. So we got you. No matter what state you're in, you can be a part of our team, okay? That's what I really wanted to hone in on.
And that's important, too, to realize, again, because all of your documents are, if you're in Alabama, all of your documents are not coming from Alabama. If you are in California, all of your documents are not coming from California. If you're in California, I'm in Georgia, and I'm visiting California. I'm going out to LA, Hollywood, the Walk of Fame. I have a notary document from Georgia someone sends me. Are you going to tell me, oh, sorry, ma'am, you got to go back to Georgia? You need to know how to process that document. Yeah. So that's why we can teach all 50 states. Most trainers don't want to handle that part because that's not the fun, sexy part. I always say that my part, what we do at Notary Educators, is not sexy. We get down in the dirt with you and help you get that business built up. Everybody else want to bring you to when the building is finished. Well, you got to build it first. You got to know how to stamp that paper. You have to know how to stamp that paper. Okay? Jeffrey, anything you want to add? Then I'm going to get the comments about the name. We'll take a few of your comments if you have any questions about the program or anything. Jeffrey.
Just real brief. We're looking forward to seeing more of you in the coming days and weeks, and we look forward to helping you in your journey in becoming a great notary, and that will help you to improve your business, which also helps your bottom line. So we look forward to seeing you.
All righty. So I did ask for your input, and you came through as usual. So the question is, should we change the name of the channel to Notary Educators? And I'm seeing a resounding yes. And I think it's going to be cohesive. I think that's one more change I have to make for 2025. I'm going to have one more conversation with Ronaldo. I call him Ronaldo sometimes, y'all. For those of you who did not know, Jeffrey's first name is Ronald, but he goes by Jeffrey. So sometimes I call him Ronaldo. So I have to have one more conversation with him tonight. And Alexis, we'll talk 5 seconds after this. But I think we're going to go in a new direction. I really do. I want everything to be cohesive. And I'm straight up notary educating. Before it was notary life, it was all about that life, which it still is. And it's a very important part of what we do here is notary life. So I'm going to probably be doing that. So it looks like a 1 on the name change. Donna says you're constantly learning so much from notary educators that you want to be in the mentorship group. Yeah, Donna's been with us from day one.
Donna.
Hey, Willie. Yeah, Donna's been with us from day one. Lisa said no money left on the table. Yeah, 2025, we are getting it, okay? Let's get some of these comments, Jeffrey, starting at, looks like, I thought we had missed 1 or 2.
I think we got most of the comments. I mean,
49.
Yeah. At what now?
746.
Oh, yeah.
749.
Let's see. I saw another one, Trukita, so stay up to date on the laws and regulations about other than the state website. She lives in Tennessee in the NNA. And another one is from Sharon. She says, I started back on my...
No, she has a question.
Is there any other places to be aware of?
No, you don't need to know everybody's state law. You need to know your state law first.
Right.
Now, your documents are going to come from all over. So the expectation is not for you to know Georgia law. The expectation is for you to know Tennessee law. The point, Trakita, is that your documents, though, are not only going to come from Tennessee. You're going to have clients that are visiting from Georgia, visiting from California. You don't send them back to their original state where the document came from. Okay? You need to know how to process the document. Sharon says, I started back on my notary journey and found out that Google My Business had changed locations. So I have to really get my business page working for me as well and to sign up with legitimate signing companies. Yeah. And the main one we always say is make sure you're paying that $2.99 with signing order, Sharon. Sharon, I think you just joined Mentorship, so we can definitely help you with that too, okay? That's the name. Denise says, Kidney Stone Free Living says, yes, they answer questions all day, Denise. Hey, Denise. She's so funny. Yeah, we do. Sometimes people are like, I got to cut this chat off. But then they don't want to cut it off because they don't want to miss nothing. Excuse me. So, yes, we do answer the questions. Donna says, yeah, always learning something. No, ma'am. Hey, Kimmy, Willie Pinnell. Yes, I saw you, Willie Pinnell. What's up? So any other questions? We have about 2 minutes and we'll head out. Any other questions that we can help you with tonight? If not, we will see you over in Mentorship. Again, Notary Educators Mentorship Program. All things Notary Educator 2025. And be on the lookout. Any other questions? Going once, twice.
No sale.
Anything else? All right. Well, guys, on behalf of Notary Educators and Notary Life with Kimmy, soon to be just straight up Notary Educators, we wish you much success in 2025. Again, let's continue to keep in our thoughts and our prayers our people on the West Coast, East Coast, everywhere, because things are crazy right now, okay? Until next time, everyone be safe. Yes, Lori. Everybody keep safe out there. Bye, guys.
Bye now.
Bye.